I have a story to tell you guys.
Okay, we're opening with a story.
So basically, I was sleeping quietly today at 9 o'clock, and I was awoken rudely by a white lady on the corner yelling at a homeless man. Because there's just a homeless man on the corner, and she was yelling into her phone about like a homeless man.
I have a question about the appearance of this homeless man because I may have seen the same man.
Which homeless man were you seeing?
What did he have? Long, kind of greasy hair.
I couldn't really make too much out about him.
But you can
yeah,
see
because
what
he was on.
like.
He was on.
I
my
don't have
corner.
much story. There's just a guy sleeping outside my apartment on the grass, face down.
That's cool.
So I'm wondering. I wonder if he got shoved over. Yeah, he was like scratching his ass and like kind of making like half asleep sounds. Like tongue smack and like
cartoon sleep
like,
sounds.
Yeah. Yeah, basically.
Yeah,
I was
had
just
a little cap on.
having a cigarette, watching him sleep face down. And at first, I was like, "Is he okay?" And then he scratched his ass. I'm like, "Yeah, he's good."
Yeah,
he's chill.
I'm not gonna disturb him. But
anyways,
you know who did want to disturb him? It was this fucking white lady who was on my goddamn corner. She was just sitting there yelling mixing between like yelling into her phone, being like, "Someone's got to come get this." Random homeless guy who's just sitting there minding his own business, and then like yelling at the homeless guy.
Did he think he knew that she was yelling at him?
He was just like literally sitting there out.
Yeah.
Like he was just.
he thought it was someone else. He was going, "Yeah, tell him."
Yeah.
Get that guy.
Yeah,
What
fuck
the
that
hell?
guy. It's no, but he was just like on the opposite corner. She was just yelling right below my apartment.
What was she yelling at him about?
That he was there. That it was just like it's 9:30 and there's a strange man just sitting on the side of this, and then it was like literally about just the fact that he was sitting there. It was insane. Was
he sitting on the curb?
Yeah, but like whatever.
Yeah, no, like exactly whatever.
But like let the man sit on the fucking curb. You don't need.
Yeah.
So my idea is the number 912 white lady police.
Yeah, the anti-Karen.
So you call
anti-Karen division of the
Well, these guys, they come in and like you call 912 and 911 operators can also transfer you over to 912 if they're like, this is especially Karen of a call.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a Karen call where it's like, okay, this guy, this homeless, these like young teenagers were like calling me fat while I was walking out of like a 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
And I want you to come over and deal with them. And then they're like, okay, cool. And they transfer you over to 912. 912 is like, we'll get a guy out there right away. And it's like a fake police officer. They like get your whole story.
Yeah,
they talk to you for like 30 minutes and then like you drive away.
Wait. This is sounding a lot like the regular police.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
No,
I'm wondering how this is gonna differ.
Here's the difference: is that after like 30 minutes, they call you back and say, "Yeah, we killed those guys. Those guys who you were like worried about. We just came over and we killed those guys." They don't actually kill them, but they just say it, so then they can just be like, "Oh, thank
You're
God."
like, wow.
Oh,
this,
perfect.
this has gone so well.
This
Thank
is like
you.
this is the best day ever. All those kids who called me fat while I was walking out of 7-Eleven got shot, and so that's perfect. That's exactly
Probably because their ass was buying too many damn chicken rollers.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you
God.
walk.
When I see some bitch going into the Quick Trip buying all the buffalo chicken rollers, I'm pissed.
I'm
calling
bored
912 on
up.
her ass, bro.
And those guys, maybe the cops can be like, all right, we'll handle it. You can like drive away, and they'll just be like, cool. And then he comes over to him and he's like, hey guys, listen, this person's really annoying. They're gonna keep like they can like talk to them about like, hey, here's the situation. We know this is stupid. Please don't do that or something. I don't know.
Yeah, well,
or just commiserate.
I think the number could also work for people who want to call it on a Karen, but like she's calling her version of the police. She's calling like the real police on you, and you're calling 912, and you're like, just get somebody out here and pretend like she won the argument.
Yeah.
See, I think that's a better service is when you're being harassed by someone like that. You call fake cops over to pretend they kill you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So you can call
and then they exit you out of the situation.
And that could be like, we could even have it where it's like a manager, where it's like you call like 912 and a fake manager comes out and says, yeah, I'll fire every single person in this place. Like
He's got a costume set for every type of business.
Yeah, like you go in, they're like yelling at the poor people who are working at the KFC, and you're just like, no, don't worry, every single person's gonna get fired. And then she like walks away with her like
they're
little
gonna get
dog.
fired, and they're gonna get melted down into slag, and they're gonna get turned into
we're gonna carbonite
that everybody's going to poop into.
Yeah, we're gonna carbonite all the KFC workers.
And then she says, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's what happens when you mess with me. And then she walks away.
Yeah, they're not even dead. They're not even dead. They're trapped in carbonite, and they're getting buried.
We're gonna somehow turn them into something that's your kombucha that you get to drink.
And that way, with the carbonite excuse, if you see them again, you go, someone must have uncarbonated them.
Don't worry, I'll get right back to
Their
it.
ass got rescued like fucking Han Solo.
I'm thinking that if you see them again, because like most of the time you're
the
never
rebels
getting like
got to them.
identifying information.
Yeah,
like, these
she's
are
not
just
going to
randos.
that KFC again, though. I have
Yeah.
to. Well, actually, that's not true. You know?
How is this monetized? Are we paid by the government?
I'm thinking that like basically,
we're just creating like a subdivision of
you get like
the
tax,
cops. Yeah.
and the Karens don't like really pay attention to their tax bill too much, but like they actively get like a surcharge, like an Uber surcharge on their tax for each time someone uses this.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, the 912 is called like 87 times.
Right.
That's gonna be like
the next time they go to KFC, there's the sales tax is a little higher.
Yeah,
know?
and so we can sneak it into all their places, but they just run their card wherever they're going.
Right,
so they don't really care. Like, look
I
at
mean,
stuff.
you could definitely put that shit on just like their income tax.
Oh,
yeah, but if it's only in one spot, then we're gonna need a 912 for the call we're gonna get. But how we are 912.
Yeah, that's
who's gonna help us?
It's
Also,
all
that
about
is-
sneaky little nickel and diming them until
if you're like a retail person, that's a service I'd also pay for. Like I'd get taxed, like I'd get charged like $5 to get like a Karen out of my hair.
Yeah.
So it's like I feel like that's a pretty good service, because I'm just thinking, how many times have you ever has like the police been called to like a Karen thing?
and we can have a little prop of like a generic looking person like already in carbonite.
Yeah,
and then we can roll them up. We're like, is this who was bothering you, ma'am?
Yeah.
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah. That's
we fucking hire Lucasfilms and the Illumination or whatever the hell their little subdivision is called.
we have like a guy from Bridgerton like freeze them, so they're just like, oh, the good guys are on the case or something.
Yeah.
Just identify
And then they help us with doing the fake killing of all the employees and stuff,
Oh yeah, and it's always a hot guy. It's always a hot guy who comes out, so they're like, oh, thank God this guy's on my case. And he's like, you're so special and wonderful. Your problems are real and not just made up in your own head, and you just need to leave that fucking homeless guy alone. It's like, no, this is a real deal. And then
you're too pretty to be worrying about.
Here's the
and you
thing,
can also
though.
take the homeless guy, put him in your car, like get him some food, just be like, you know what, go, casino's on her for the night. You just go in there, just have fun, do whatever. So you just take him off the curb, so it's like, oh, we killed him, and instead you're just...
It's gonna take a while, but eventually these women are gonna realize that carbonite isn't real and that they're being tricked, right?
I think that's
so.
gonna...
Here's what we do: we do some of them for real.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Wait, but the
We make carbonite real.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was wondering.
and now and again, occasionally, sometimes we,
Actually,
someone has to bite the bullet to fool these women.
That is
you better carbonated for
to better trick these women. Some homeless men need to die.
Well, I also think that there are probably some
protect their
times where they're like actually legitimately threats or something, or like you pull up that guy and you're like, oh, he was about to go shoot up that bar. Like actually, there was like a guy who was being skeevy.
We shouldn't be here.
Yeah, well, no,
Call
they
911.
have like insanely good handling on that, so they just kill that guy. And
Right,
they have
yeah,
like
kill
complete
him.
license to kill anyone who they want, and then they're like, okay, we'll freeze him in carbonite, and then like that lady will tell their friends, oh yeah, I dialed 912 and they killed that homeless guy for me, but really it was like, oh, that guy was gonna shoot up the bar. And we also like feed into all their paranoid delusions. We're like, yeah, that guy had like a gun, and like he was gonna
I had 8 guns.
that guy had a gun, and he was gonna go after a bunch of kids, I think. So like I think you saved the day. You saved the day with you being all annoying.
I'm worried that this is going to just make it so these incidents happen more, though. You make them feel vindicated, so they're going to act out more and cause more of these incidents.
I think it's like a pressure valve,
self-perpetuating.
Where it's like if you see enough of that, if you see like 3 homeless men, then you're just like building up that pressure valve in that Karen, where she's just constantly like.
And you think releasing it in a way that vindicates her is going to drop it back down?
Oh yeah, no, I think that's gonna be well, because also
we gotta have the hot guy take her home and fuck her.
Yeah, that's probably.
We gotta have that.
She goes home. He brings her home. He takes one for the team.
This is a very multifaceted service.
Well, I'm just saying,
there's a lot of moving parts, just like the actual.
Like obviously calling the cops a lot of the time does not prevent crime.
Yeah,
and this isn't going to necessarily prevent Karen accidents from happening in the future. So. We got to figure out a proper solution while having this stopgap in the meantime.
Yeah, so that's why they have sex.
Yeah.
So it gets the pressure valve off of them.
Yeah, sometimes they get redirected to 912 and they fake kill a person. And then other times someone comes over and just gives them head.
Yeah. Yeah, they just say, "Can I eat you out?"
Yeah, they're just like, "What?
Can I eat you out in my cop car?" And he's a guy in uniform. He's like built really well, and you can tell it's like one of the guys is like
protocol.
Yeah, one of the guys is actually like literally there because he's like there could be like a dangerous situation or I'm gonna have to de-escalate. And then one of the guys is clearly just a guy from like Chippendales where he's like just built as hell, but he's still a guy in uniform, and he's like, "Can we go to your bedroom to discuss this?"
My partner has determined that the state has done you wrong in this situation, and the only reimbursement we offer is oral sex.
And she says, "No, I guess I could. I guess I'm not busy for the rest of the day. I was just going to yell at this homeless man. So, like, if you have time, then, like...
Well, I can't see why not.
Yeah, I can't see why not. And then he has to take one for the team. I think that's probably I don't know if... Because, like, it's taxpayer funded.
Yeah, this is more of, like, a generic kind of concept than really a business.
Yeah, it's more of an idea.
This is just, better. Like, taking the cops and hyper specializing them to deal with.
It's adding a bunch of codes at the end of the 9-1s. But yeah, 912. I'm saying Karen police officers. I'm saying that's not the worst idea I've ever heard.
I think we can skip a name on this one since it's more like a government service.
Yeah.
Although we could be a department within the police.
KDPD, like the Karen police officers.
I think we want something that kind of flies under the radar a little bit more.
Yeah. Something less acronym.
I don't know what that is.
White woman watching...
The W3.
The Department of Homeless Security.
Yeah, the Department of
the Department of Homeless Killing Cops.
DHK.
I'm so glad my tax dollars are going to that. That's what they'd say. They're just like, finally, the government's doing something for me.
Yeah.
Maybe
we can get them to opt into paying more taxes if they think it goes to
specifically
getting cops to kill homeless people.
Specifically getting their phone calls ahead of everybody else's.
We can have like telethons of all the homeless people that we killed, and Karens are calling it. It's like, I'd like to donate $200 to your homeless killing division. That's awesome. That's so cool.
Yeah, this is going to work out. This is going to make society better.
I think there's a lot of opportunity there for de-escalation and eating white women.
Yeah, this sounds like it's really going to calm everything down.
Well, it's like
it's really going to bring communities together.
If someone's
people who talk about defunding the police, they always talk about putting those funds towards other services, right?
Yeah.
That maybe this exists outside the police, and they exist only to pretend to kill homeless people, actually kill homeless people, or give women who are angry about homeless people head.
Yeah, and what does that cost?
And isn't that what leftists want?
That is what leftists want. Leftists want certain homeless people reformed, certain homeless people killed, and to get head. That's like that's the 3 tenets of Marxism.
Yeah, it's all in Das Kapital.
Yeah, that was probably all over that.
I think that's right.